Hello, and welcome to your Tuesday 2-minute writing tip number 24. I'm Irene Latham, coming to you from the Purple Horse Poetry Studio and Music Room in Blount County, Alabama. Today's tip is for historical fiction writers. I love writing historical fiction. My first novel in the children's space, Leaving Gee's Bend, was historical fiction. My first novel in the adult market, Some Starry Night, coming later this year, is also historical fiction. I love entering the past and having conversations with historical figures. I love the entire research process. I love unearthing these stories and events to hang my story on. And all the while, I am on the lookout for gaps, things that haven't been documented. Like the winter of 1932 in Gee's Bend was a devastating time, and I learned that there was a subsequent Red Cross drop. But how did the Red Cross know the community was suffering? It's a very remote place. So I got to give this task to my character. But a lot of research goes into making these decisions. I call it informed imagination. It's got to be based in reality, what might have been possible. So in Some Starry Night, I'm imagining Vincent van Gogh and Emily Dickinson meet in 1886 Paris. In real life, they didn't meet. So in order for my premise to work, I had to use informed imagination, taking into consideration the known facts of Emily Dickinson's life. She was a recluse. She'd never traveled overseas. So how could I get her to Paris? It only came together because I discovered her sister-in-law and lifelong friend, Sue, had been to Paris. So I thought, Emily can go to Paris with Sue. And then I started rooting around for what would be an event in Emily's life that would change her to such a degree that she'd be willing to leave the house. What did she want more than anything? And then I had to research Vincent's life. Vincent, who actually was in Paris the spring of 1886. What was he doing there? What was his state of mind? How would Emily fit into the known facts about Vincent? The art of informed imagination. It takes so much time to sort through the facts and to find the gaps and to figure out plausible ways to fill the gaps. Years. But y'all, that's where the joy is. As a writer, it's fitting the puzzle together, the fact and the fiction, the real and the imagined, the history and the magic. You can either start with the facts and discover the gaps and fill them, or start with a fantastical premise, Emily Dickinson meeting Vincent van Gogh in 1886 Paris, and then fill it in and support your imagination. Either way, you are practicing the art of informed imagination. Keep going, because we need historical fiction. Sometimes nonfiction is too raw, too real. Historical fiction gives us a softer, safer landing spot to encounter history where we can be changed by it but not be so overwhelmed by reality. Thanks for listening, and happy writing.